Hiya Dale, great to finally meet you yesterday and do some work on your swing. You made some good progress towards the end of your session, and I think above all else you cleared up a few misunderstandings, if you will, or misinterpretations that you've had in regards to stack and tilt. As we were joking a little bit, pulling your leg about it, you become a little bit of a caricature. You've read the sort of the throwaway lines such as arms in and left tilt, the standout comments from the book and the DVDs, maybe, you know, language that you've never heard before, and you've took those to the extreme. So what we see here now is a player who's really going to pull this on the far left, really going to pull the arms in, really going to left tilt. And you can see there now, I mean, when we discussed this yesterday, I think the thing you struggled with more than anything was to understand that the left tilt is to offset the standing up, and vice versa, the standing up is to offset the left tilt. So left tilt at the top of your backswing is towards the golf ball, and the left tilt that you see, or the look of leaning left when viewed from face on at the top of your backswing, is the standing up, the extending piece of your backswing. And you can see there at the top of your backswing you've got loads of left tilt, and it's too much left tilt or not enough standing up that's making you lose so much height as you approach the top. What you've also got is a very, very flat arm swing, considerably flatter than your shoulder plane. So the first thing we did was discuss and clarify what exactly you need to do. You need to introduce a little bit more standing up and balance off that against the left tilt. And the other thing we need to do is control the path of the arms, the way the arms orbit the body. The hand path and the arm path has become too much on the inside at chest height. So if we just get rid of those lines for a second, we know you lose height. What I'm going to do is just take it back and look at the path of the hands and the path of the arms. Very much in. So what we've done here now, we've discussed this grid and what we want to do in it by playing balls that are forward in the grid and just trying to hit a pull shot. What's that's going to encourage is the arms to stay in front of us a little bit more, so that at the same point in the swing the arms aren't quite as much in and we haven't lost quite as much height. What you tend to see with the weekend hacker, the guy who takes the club back way outside the line, is you tend to see that player stand up during the backswing. He is turning and he is extending, but he isn't left tilting enough. When you left tilt too much, the movement of the arms is going to be too much to the inside. If we take a little look at you here towards the end of your session, we've got the ball in the stand-up position, and what we're now trying to do is use this part of the grid to gauge where the left arm should be halfway back. Much better movement. You can see there a progression in the path of your arms during your golf swing. If the arms work in about 20 degrees on the way back, then that's easy to repeat on the way through. If we've got the arms 40 or 50 in on the way back, it's very difficult to get the arms to work that much in on the way through. So all we're doing really on the far left hand side is setting ourselves up for a severely inside approach, hitting out at the golf ball for too long. And whenever we hit out at the golf ball for too long, you're going to see that club face close more through impact. It's not the club face closing that's hooking it. That club face just appears to be rotating a lot due to the other things that have gone on in the golf swing. So really set up for a big hook at that point. What we're doing here now is we're taking the arms in a little bit less, still flat but not as flat. Now with the ball forward in the grid, the club isn't quite as much behind the hands and the hit out at it isn't quite as substantial. And if we look at the exit position of the shaft, slightly lower, more towards the base of your left bicep. So if you've got players who you're coaching and you're working on your own game and you want to get that exit lower, one of the things you can do is get the player to hit balls from the front of the grid. Just explain to them that they will pull it initially, and not to worry about that. If we look at you now from down the line towards the end of your session, arm playing much better as a result. At the top of the backswing, we've not lost as much height. I'm just going to play your original one back here to the top. We've lost nowhere near as much height. And the hands are in a much better position in regards to the height of the hands, and also the plane of the arms. Just get rid of all those lines. It is laid off, it's not the finished article, but we've got a situation here where the arms are way too flat, and we've now got the arms working more upright. Much better arm path on that swing right there. From that sort of position, we just went looking for the old swing. There's just a touch of a drop of the arms there as you start, but having said that, the club now is not coming as much from the inside. However, we do stand up a lot coming through and go looking for that old through swing that we've made many times. My advice for you initially, Dale, is spend some time working on the position of your left arm at P3, so at chest height there. Get a little bit more precise in regards to where the left arm needs to be there. And whilst doing that, spend some time hitting shots ball forward in the grid, just to give you a feel for the club exiting a little bit lower and you staying in flexion a little bit longer through the hitting the ball. Good luck with it. Look forward to working with you again through the winter months. Well done.